Hello, I'm Chris Lapadoulos of Anastasiopoulos. This is Man Free World. That is a portal. I have tech support coming out at some point to fix it. But today we are going to look at a follow up to a video I did yesterday about is Tesla's unlimited energy sources hidden in the open sky. And there is quite a bit of energy in the open sky. And I pondered at the end of that whether it's been attempted to look to get into this to use that as a potential source of energy and harness it and trap it because it's all there, it's everywhere on the earth. And so right after I made that video, I saw this one come up, and I want to just highlight this section here about other efforts other than Tesla to tap into this energy, and it's people you probably never heard of. And that's very interesting because there's a lot of stuff like this that people have never heard of, and I just assume it's never been tried, when in fact a lot of stuff has been tried.
Because the density of the flow of charged particles is pretty low, we have to make up for it by capturing them higher up. This can be achieved either.
So go over the Synergy files and give them a like and subscribe. I'm just going to give a like because I already know a lot of this stuff, and when it comes up, that's when I share it with you.
By building a structure with a large collecting antenna at top, or by sending a balloon that is tethered to a wire. And over
yeah, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, why not use not helium, because helium is rare, but hydrogen-filled balloon? Who cares if it catches fire and explodes or whatever? You put this over a desert somewhere, there's no population, which is like this kind of grid zone here. Yeah, why not?
With a large collecting antenna at top, or by sending a balloon that is tethered to a wire. And over time, there have been numerous attempts at doing so. Some of them have been very successful. It must be understood that even if we collect electrons with a potential difference of 100,000 volts, but the current is merely 20 picoamps, then the total power we will capture is just 2 microwatts. So the charge collection rate also has to be improved. This is done by creating a strong magnetic field around the collector that attracts other charges, which has been done in the past. For example, as early as 1925, the Estonian inventor Herman Clausen
they cranked out some amazing scientists.
Built on Tesla's idea of wheelwork of nature. He proposed that instead of using heavy metallic netting as collectors attached to a single air balloon of non-conducting material, which are liable to be torn and are permeable to the gas, it is better to use metallic balloon collectors.
Oh, so he's got between two mountains. He's got an electric wire here that does that. That does a thing between two mountains. So that's how he's proposing.
This is because metallic cases are impenetrable to helium and hydrogen. They also represent large metallic weatherproof collecting surface. He even used flame to collect atmospheric charges at higher rate. In fact, Clausen claimed to have obtained power in the order of kilowatts through
his Okay, so that's actually pretty amazing for back in the 1800s, right?
his apparatus. From 0.72 kilowatts to 3.4 kilowatts to be precise. Some modern-day investigations have been done using graphene wires, which claim to increase the charge collection density by providing millions of needle points in a very small area.
So you can see the little this little atom here sticking up from the graphene. They must have some sort of special coating, and there's one on the other side too. So it creates all kinds of points where the electrons can flow.
If we couple these graphene collectors with modern-day high-altitude balloons that can go above 50 kilometers, or in other words, they can reach the foot of the ionosphere, then we might have a feasible electricity generator. In the recent past, a company called Cephei announced that it's going to bring down the cost of electricity to just 3 cents per unit. Using its patented technology, the company started the Harmony 3 project, although it remains to be seen if this technology would bear any fruit. However, the interest in tapping atmospheric electricity never wanes, as the idea of omnipresent, readily available electricity is very lucrative. Another aspect that should be understood is that in fair weather conditions, the atmosphere is predominantly positively charged, whereas in dark cloud conditions, the atmosphere is negatively charged. In both cases, the charge built up seeks to reach the ground. One reason that atmospheric electricity has eluded us is because very little of it is known as an energy resource. If we look at solar and wind, we find maps for solar and even wind energy resources.
Yeah, it just hasn't been looked into. That's why we don't have a lot of knowledge about it. And like I said, I kind of knew this existed, but I didn't know that there've been commercial enterprises that have actually generated reasonable amounts of electricity. Now, why hasn't this been explored more? I have no idea. But now with the automation tools we have available, and the ability to bring down these devices when they need to be, and send them up and automate that whole process somehow with large areas of land that are completely unused and uninhabited? Maybe. I'll leave the links to this in the show notes in the doodly doo.
The good thing about the American dream is that you can just go to sleep and try it all again the next night.